Hey, my name is Brian Nail, and I'm a mortgage loan officer with Primis Bank. I just want to say how much I truly enjoy being a part of the Spread the Positive Network. It's an incredible mission that brings so much positivity to our community. It's been a real pleasure to be involved. Now, when it comes to financing a home, there are a lot of options. And in a market like today's, having the guidance of a trusted local professional can make all the difference. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home, second home, an investment property, or explore refinancing options, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust and help guide you through the process. If I can help you nail your mortgage, give me a call at 615-243-3976 or visit nailyourmortgage.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spread the Positive podcast. I am your host, Trent Denson, founder of Spread the Positive and STP Productions, where our mission is to bring light to what's going right and to showcase and facilitate efforts that are making a positive impact in our local communities and beyond. Be sure to check us out, spreadthepositive.net. And also, if you're looking to get involved with the STP Podcast Network, please reach out and just check out all the amazing shows that are on the network. We continue to grow. We continue to build. Be part of the solution. Be part of what's going right. Welcome to the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Spread the Positive podcast. I'm your host, as always, Trent Denson. The mission here is bringing light to what's going right, as always. And got a new friend in the building, Mr. Dallas Jackson. How are you, man?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. I appreciate you making the trek down here to Murfreesboro.
It was nice and sunny and 75 for the weekend. I mean, I did my first ever gardening.
Okay.
And then, of course, it just went
Just
to
freezes.
snowing this morning.
Yeah.
So
Just-
whatever I planted is definitely dying. So
Oh, man. Hopefully they make it.
yeah.
But, man, you got a really cool story, and you're doing some really cool stuff with Tipsee Music and all about live music. We'll get into all that.
Yeah.
But typically, I like to take it back to young Dallas, like early passions, whatever you want to share about childhood, anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. So grew up in Jacksonville, Florida originally. And so my dad was a serial entrepreneur.
Nice.
My grandpa was a legend. So really inspired by them and
Okay.
kind of what they did. So my grandfather was born like early 1900s, Irish background. And so he was a boxer from his teens on and went 65-2.
Wow.
Did like over 100 something bouts total.
Jeez.
And he launched a convenience store chain. It was like the first air conditioned Jackson's Meat Market is what it was called. And then semi-retired and then launched another chain, which was called Little Champ, which after his boxing
Dude,
kind of
that's
branding.
so sick.
And
Wow.
so growing up, that was cool to like see that.
Yeah.
He was older, but he like, considering, the smoking cigarettes,
Oh,
drinking,
yeah.
fighting, and having 6 or 7 boys. My dad being the youngest.
Oh, wow.
He lived to be 98. So
Jeez.
kind of wild.
That's insane.
But he was just a really good man and a good charitable guy, and just like his character was incredible. And then of course my dad, similar guy, just like really driven, built a really big, successful business. And so growing up, being around him and his collective of other business leaders and owners in the community in Jacksonville where I grew up was just cool. I mean, that was like
That's
that was
awesome.
my real education. I'd
Right.
say.
Absolutely. It's the best kind.
Yeah. If you ask my teachers growing up,
Not the
my
best
education
student.
was not school.
Hey,
Yeah, I was a very much a C student,
Hey.
fighting hard to stay just that high.
C's get degrees, baby.
Yeah.
C's get degrees.
But
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Well, you got the
Jacksonville.
real education. People that are
Yeah.
doing it. Were you like hands-on early on, helping with stuff?
Yeah, so I've
Okay.
always like had like I always like wanted to initially like buy toys, but also like
Yeah.
had like a drive to earn my own money so I could then spend it on what I wanted to.
There you
So
go.
I started working. So I started building and taking apart pagers when I was like 5 or 6.
What?
So a
Okay.
little child free labor there.
Yeah.
for my dad, but yeah, I
That's
would
crazy.
sitting like at a fold-out table in the living room, and just sitting there with a little screwdriver and taking receiver boards out, cleaning out pagers, and
That's crazy. That's cool.
doing all that and soldering. I remember my older brother was working with me, and he like burnt a hole in the table, leaving the solder gun on the table. And as I got older, I'd make my mom drive me to the office to drop me off and let me work and stuff. And then it's a crazy thing about pagers.
Yeah, that's wild. That was quite a throwback.
Yeah. Then went through working in the warehouse, and back then that warehouse did not have air conditioning. It was like plywood walls.
Oh man.
And
In
Florida
Jacksonville?
heat. Yeah.
Jeez.
That humidity in the summer.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'd leave football practice in the morning, so I'm already dead.
Yeah.
And then go work in that sauna box.
Jeez. That's tough.
That was fun. And then went on to do like door-to-door sales,
Okay.
selling alarm systems and stuff like that.
Wow.
And then that was
How
during
old?
college.
Like-
That was through,
Okay, gotcha.
through college, yeah.
That's cool, man.
But-
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to Florida State.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go Knowles.
Oh, yeah. It was the best years to be there. We were there for Jameis Winston,
Let's go.
and did go to the national championship.
Yes.
A lot of my friends took the gamble and were like, oh, we'll go next year. We're so good. We're going to win next year as
man.
well. I was like, I'm so glad I went. 'Cause,
Dude, that's so. Where was that?
Pasadena.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
so-
remember. That was Auburn, right?
Oh, yeah. And then a big winter storm came through, and I got stuck in California for a little bit. My teachers were like, yeah, you're good. Like, enjoy your few days of vacation. We're so excited we won. Now, if we lost,
Right.
I don't know if I would have gotten the pass. Because it was like
So
the first week of semester, like spring semester.
Yeah.
right? So,
That's crazy.
yeah.
There was a cold storm in California.
Just like across the country.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
early January,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
So
That'll
it
do
was
it.
that time period. But yeah, it was a good time. But being in Tallahassee and being in the capital, my degree was in political science.
Okay.
Went to work at the Capitol with a lobbyist firm and did all that stuff initially, but just it wasn't for me.
Yeah. How was that?
I mean, it was a lot of hustle. I mean, I remember, so the house I lived in Tallahassee, which no one knows this, but Tallahassee gets the coldest and the hottest temperatures in Florida. So
Yeah.
in spring,
I've been down there a couple times.
yeah, in the spring session of the legislature, I mean, it would be so cold in the morning. My house was an old house. My room was an add-on garage, so zero insulation. So
Oh my gosh.
I'd wake up at like 5 in the morning and
Freezing?
be freezing,
Jeez.
and like getting a suit and they like running around downtown and stuff doing stuff at
That's
the
crazy.
Capitol. But no, I like I said, wasn't very good at school, so my options were limited in terms of degrees. I did a business minor, and which was odd because all my business classes I like got my first A's and B's ever.
Let's go. That's amazing.
But yet couldn't get into the school because all the humanities classes and things and writing
Gotcha.
classes I didn't do well in.
That's fair.
Um,
College
weird
is
how that
weird,
works.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
but
That's
you know,
funny.
I saw a lot of people doing well in finance.
Yep.
So went directly to Fidelity, having
Okay.
zero financial background or anything.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, being a bad test taker, I was like, all right, I got past the 7, the 63, and all
Right.
that, and so passed all those real quick. I was shocked.
Wow.
am to this
Congrats,
day.
man.
Yeah, like
That's
right-
incredible.
right
That's
away.
hard. I know those
Yeah.
are hard.
It was kind of like, all right, well, if I don't pass these, and I lose my job. So
It's a pretty good motivator.
yeah, and that really was like the biggest turning point of like learning, like, all right, so at least in a working environment, like, so you want to be good at something, you want to excel, like figure out who's doing it well and who's doing it right,
Mm-hmm.
and either copy them or learn or take
Yeah.
pieces of it and kind
Mentor.
of so we're on the floor, and it was like, you know, one of the top 10 busiest days when our first days on the floor was like
That's
Facebook
insane.
was doing something crazy.
Oh wow.
So I'm like still, because like, you know, it's just like anything, like you take a test and then there's reality, like,
Right. Yep.
and
Like real
Yeah.
estate, same way.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
learn nothing that's actually important.
yeah, oh, like, so
then you're like contracts.
I'm
and
also
actually-
a pilot too.
Okay,
So,
of course
so
you
yeah,
are.
the taking those tests and everything, like
What?
the reality of the test. So at the time I took my written, I remember they were saying it was written in like the 60s and nothing had been updated. So you don't remember the wrong answer to some of the questions. So like your like there's like 7 questions out of the whole like say 900 question bank that
Sure.
are on GPS, which is all you use, right?
Right.
So one question is like how many satellites need to be in range to have a GPS working, and it's the incorrect answer is the right answer. So
That's wild.
that's the government for you.
Exactly.
But yeah, so
That's
yeah, to
crazy.
the point, you know, in practice, you know, the testing is not reality. So
Yeah.
yeah, the financial world was interesting. But yeah, so I just kind of went to people on the floor that were the next role I wanted to be at, would learn from them, and then kind of move up. And then, so I was moving up roles every like 3 to 6 months.
Man, good job.
But I love Fidelity. I think it's a great company. They do great by their customers and all that stuff, but it's just not the most lucrative company to work
Really?
for until you get really
Way
far
up
down the
there.
road.
Yeah, sure.
So I went across the street to Merrill Lynch,
Nice.
and because in Jacksonville they have these giant campuses.
Sure.
And I think it's because Jacksonville is a great place to live, and it's very like affordable to live too. So they can staff out these giant complexes effectively. So went to Merrill, and I made sure to ask the right questions in the interview of like, if I do this and I exceed this, like I'll be moving up to this. And
There you go.
And they assured me, yeah. And then, of course, just like anything else in corporate America, yeah. So got stuck in that first role, even though I surpassed the goals the first quarter. They said you move up immediately, like guaranteed. Stuck there for a year. And so I'm just like really beating myself up at that point. But at the same time, in 2016, going back a little bit, came to Nashville the first time with my dad for Thanksgiving. And
nice.
we and back then, 2016, how long have you been here?
I lived in Nashville 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, then moved back. And anyway, I've been around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I remember.
So
I remember.
It was nice. It was like,
awesome.
kind of peaceful. But it was just like, I've always loved music and music production, all that stuff. And like in Jacksonville, when a big concert comes through, it's a big deal because it's not a major market. It's getting there for sure. But but when I saw like the cover bands that were here and how like they're like, man, these guys are like
so good,
really good.
Yeah.
But then I like also appreciated how they like put the effort in, and like, and you think about it, it's like when they show up to work versus like a normal job, like they can't have a down day or a half-assed day.
Sure.
So
you gotta
they have to
bring it every night.
Flip the switch 100% because that's what they're putting out is what they're getting in terms of the bucket. So that's kind of what started things in terms of the music trajectory. But then like jumping back around timeline here, but so at Merrill, I'd always been thinking about Nashville once I went there.
Once you got a little taste.
But I was like, God, I just don't know if I'll ever get to move there. Like, wow, I'd move there, like, and then leave behind everyone I know and family and all that. And so, 2018, 19, I think, Merrill had this like dream position come about, which was combining the trading platform with the wealth management platform with no banking, because selling banking products is the absolute worst.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to talk to people about investing, and like because you have to check a box, like, hey, what's your credit card at or debit card? I hated it.
That's funny.
So the promise was that would not be part of this new thing, and so the opportunity came up. It was a national job, and they just built the brand new office downtown here on 2nd Avenue.
Nice.
So it was like corner office, top floor, Merrill Lynch. Like I was like 28 at the time. I was like, this is like a dream.
Yeah.
If I get it, even.
Sure.
Be crazy. So applied for it and went through all the hoops and stuff and ended up getting it.
Nice.
So brought
That's
me here.
crazy, man.
Yeah. And so I was like, man, like I'm in my late 20s and I've got like my dream job. And of course, once I got into it, realized it was not anything near what I thought it was going to be.
How so?
Basically, in a short explanation, I love the people with the wealth management side, the guys that run the office there, that I came into their environment essentially.
Yeah.
Pushed by, so Bank of America owns Merrill Lynch and like all the different entities. They're all by now, I think they're all kind of commingled under Bank of America Merrill.
Gotcha.
But it was like we were coming in to their office, but they didn't know why. And so each team was already assigned to like a local branch. They'd refer like mortgages back and forth and do different things. And then of course, within 3 to 6 months, they're like, hey, by the way, you need to start selling bank products.
Oh, man.
So now I'm competing with a local branch who's been there for years.
Yeah.
Within my own company. Yeah.
Oh, within the company.
Yeah.
Even.
So I'm like,
man.
so I go to my boss. I'm like, so if I was in the people's shoes down the hall, why would they work with me?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I can sell pretty good, but in reality, this doesn't make any sense. And so I did find ways to get things under motion to where I could like hit the goals and all that stuff. And then, big corporate was like, oh, and good news, we're bringing in a counterpart to split the office with you. I'm like, okay, why? Like I'm covering everything.
Yeah.
Like, so you're going to take, So,
man,
I didn't know what the next move was, but I was like, everyone always talks about building stuff around your passion and all that stuff. And so I was like, thinking about, live music and technology and all that. So that's what kind of started the Tipsee idea.
I love that.
So I hope that wasn't too long.
Yeah,
of a story
no, man,
to get there,
I
but
love that. I love the backstory.
yeah.
So we're too tipsy at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when it first started. So late 2019.
Okay.
Started kind of going to the incubator, National Entrepreneur Center.
Yes, great place.
But date-wise, if you recall, COVID started that time.
I remember that. Yep.
So
interesting time.
That all went away, and I was to this day I've been self-financing it a little bit at a time, building out this thing, and so I was building my first mobile app for like a couple $1,000, and it was like, I had artists that I've been working with, so I started with just trying to get the brand out there. I do like virtual charity events.
Cool.
With one was with Siskins Children's Institute, which is a children's hospital that's coming from Chattanooga. They have an office here.
Okay.
And then one was actually for the tornado relief that year.
Yeah.
So raised some money to give to one of the charities that was kind of running point on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I built the first app, and I let an artist try, and she's like, "Oh, this is great! Like, I love this." And I was like, "I appreciate it, but I wouldn't even use this." I was like, "I wouldn't go in a bar and download an app." So at that point, I was actually talking to a mentor of mine who's in the tech space. He's like, "Have you ever tried like a web-based app doing QR codes?" And that's what the beauty of COVID was, because people got used to the QR code.
Right.
So since then, been rebuilding and rebuilt Tipsee as it is now, where it's just you scan a QR code. I call it drunk friendly.
Yeah.
So people don't.
That's
That's
crucial in that environment.
Yeah. People don't even realize they're using us. I mean, that's. I remember.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I've seen competitors come and go. I mean, I've had some competitors that raised millions of dollars, and that's a big, I think, misconception in the startup world and business world of like, people are like, "Oh, we're gonna go raise hundreds of millions of dollars, whatever."
Sure.
And they go raise the money, and it's like, all right, well, did you really need that much? And so like,
yeah.
And then they use it poorly, or they don't. It's just it's tales old as time. So my perspective on raising money has changed so many ways based on my various experiences.
I can imagine.
So,
cool.
But it did scare me at first when I saw them like, I just invested, basically everything I had at that point into this, and then like all these guys are coming in with a great board and millions of dollars, and fast forward to now, they don't exist.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
you survived.
Yeah, it's I mean, basically what I've done is I've always built it to a point where it's hey, if I run out of money to fund it, it can self-sustain.
Yeah,
that way it's always like I'm not. That's the thing, is I feel like a lot of people will take on a bunch of money to build something extravagant to be there quick, and then like
they don't have any fulfillment.
Like they're raising money to raise money. Like it's a weird and terrible business model, but people do it.
I can feel, yes, it's a delicate balance to have operating capital versus raising millions and then having a big bill to get back to these people. That if you don't have the customers, if you don't have the clientele, if you don't have the processes in place, like it's all to your point, it's like what did you do this for? So well, I love the why, man. I always think that's everything, right? The why behind what you do is really everything. So talk to me about like the real why. I think I was looking at your website and stuff, and passion for live music and and performers deserve better. And I know you kind of touched on that a little, just with seeing that real time and then being able to have the foresight to be like, this could be better. Yeah. Where did that really originate?
So it's a good question. So initially the idea was just like, this whole, if it works really well, everyone will use it and adapt it, which was not true. I mean, it's growing a lot faster now, but
you want that overnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is too good. Who's going to say no to this?
Right.
Very similar spot.
But in learning more about this space and like just like being around all of it, it's now become that is a means to a whole different big thing. So as of December of last year, I've got a patent on everything that I have now and then plan on doing in the future. So now I can talk about it openly. But basically, when it comes down to not only bettering everything for the artist, it's like, my goal is to become the turnkey business solution for every little artist. Not little artist, but like up and coming artists.
Sure.
Because I know, it's a tight budget, uncertain income flows, all that stuff. So, like one of the artists, so with us being a web-based app,
Yeah.
so she's like, oh, like the thing I love about Tipsee is like not only like when people send a request, you say like follow us on Instagram, but when they wake up hungover the next day, my page is on their browser.
Boom.
So I was like, okay, well, this becomes now a hub for we can turn into the hosting website for artists, which do they need a website? Technically, yes, but like there's not much to it. So we could come out with templates, all that.
Sure.
Working on doing merchandise and fulfillment through all that as well, which we've already got probably rolling out soon, next few weeks. But creating that
Like per artist.
yeah, so that way
That's
like
sick.
they sign up with us, we can provide them a website, customized merchandise, materials, which we already do, and then obviously the way they get paid. Now, with all that information, that data, you're now creating like per market, like here's what these artists do, here's how they drive business in these venues. Then
Super
becomes
valuable.
an infrastructure for venues.
Yep.
So then we want to become like a more efficient booking system
Yes.
for venues to tie into. So marketing, advertising. And I think the biggest thing will be expanding the footprint of venues that can support live music that have never even tried it. So that way they say, because there's a lot of artists that carry around their own gear, can set up everything on their own, like a simple acoustic thing. Like,
Sure.
you go to like a mom and pop bar that's like scared to put their toe in the water.
Sure.
Like, what speakers do
That
I
could
buy?
be, I mean, that's a huge expense. And there's royalties and.
So that's part of the patent as well. So
Oh.
that's a big piece that I'm working on some stuff with right now. But basically being the first live music royalty, way to verify through our
Wow.
technology.
That's
So,
major, dude.
yeah. So
Congratulations.
the thing is, it can be either used for good or for bad. So
Right.
I'm trying to make
Oh.
sure whoever I partner with, it's, it elevates the space. I
Right.
don't want to become a Live Nation Ticketmaster or
Right. Yeah. Which there's a huge need for that, right?
Yeah. So the systems are clunky, and the PROs, I feel like they don't really feel the need to grow or better themselves. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can utilize it, but yeah, I mean, there's more to come on that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. So go ahead and plug away. Where can people find Tipsee? How can they sign up? All that.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple through tipsymusic.com. Just go to the website, as an artist, sign in or sign up and apply. Yeah,
Create a profile, all that.
Yeah, so we do have quite a bit of people signing up. So when people go in there, they'll apply. They can fill out a profile, all that stuff, and schedule a meeting to be onboarded. But we want to make sure we know everybody that's going on there, and make sure we handhold and create a good experience, because it's a great product and system. And once artists get rolling on it, they love it. But I just want to make sure we handhold them in terms of onboarding and getting them set up and having a good experience, because and setting the right expectation too.
Right.
Because it's a tool to be used effectively a certain way, and like we don't want people to assume one thing and get the other.
Sure.
But yeah, and in terms of the fans out there, just watch our social media, go out there and support the bands that we have, and get some merchandise.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of different.
Hat. That's sick.
Yeah, we'll get you one.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what we're doing right now, and we have a lot of big announcements coming here soon.
Man, we'll have to do a follow up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
And I feel like, there's always, like, when there's a problem that you can provide an easy solution for, that's business entrepreneurship 101. You know, seeing white space and going and tackling it.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, man. That's incredible.
And yeah, the thing is, for me, like I said, that all the different competitors that have approached it different ways, different backings, different everything. It's like my approach and like the way I look at it now is I'm just committed to the vision I have, because every step I keep going down that path, I keep just proving other people wrong.
I love that.
So it's
dude.
it's been tough, because I mean, at first I was always trying to raise big money and do all these crazy things, and people would ask me questions, and I'd maneuver the direction in a way that fits their idea.
Yep.
But now it's like, now I'm turning people away and saying, no, I don't need any money and stuff, and which is great. But
it's a great spot to be in, man.
Yeah. So
That's really cool. What else, man? What else are you excited about? What else is coming down the line that you can share?
Well, an exciting thing yesterday we announced. So me and one of my partners, he owns a company called Tough Draw, which
Okay.
is a Western marketing brand. He's also got a sports agency that represents a bunch of the athletes in this Western world.
Sick.
But we launched what's called the Tough Draw Tour yesterday.
Oh,
So we'll be announcing the cities coming soon. But what it is, it's a rider first. The thing is why he and I work together well is not only does he have strengths in technology and communication, which has become more valuable to me than I ever imagined. But he's got a passion for putting the rider first. Like,
yeah.
when it comes to doing rodeo events and like actually caring about how the athletes are treated, the livestock, all that stuff. Like, I mean, he's, one of the few people in that industry that has a knowledge like in that space. It's unbelievable. So, it's basically we're doing these smaller market bull riding events. Well, some of the markets aren't that small, but basically it's bull riding only for like a $30,000 to $50,000 purse depending on the market. Some of that's still being determined based on some stuff rolling out, but we got some big and great names behind us, and we're really excited to roll it out here soon. So
That's sick.
stay tuned for that.
Will do. Tough Draw Tour coming soon.
Yeah.
And will Tipsee be involved music side of things? Or?
Yeah. So there will be music elements that will grow with the league. Actually, one thing I always say is like when people ask me to help them with that stuff, I'm like, I love music, love production, all that stuff. But a lot of people will say, yeah, let's do it. But I'll tell them like, the problem is you want to do this, but it's going to cost you X amount. So is that extra cost, is there an opportunity cost that's actually going to make your event then lose money? And I think that's the responsible thing to do. And a lot of people don't do that. So incorporating music, we're going to when it makes sense.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
But I am working on a few other events that I'm producing through Tipsee, utilizing. So that's another thing is like when artists come into the Tipsee network, I'll sometimes be producing different events or adding music elements to existing events, and then I'll utilize the artists in the network to kind of give them another thing to do. And
it's genius, man. Sounds like you're cooking, man. Sounds like you got some big stuff in the works. That's super exciting, man.
There's a lot of different projects coming down the pipeline. I wish I could share it. I mean, but we'll come back.
We'll do a follow up, man.
Yeah.
You mentioned a pod. You want to plug the pod?
The podcast is Talking Tipsee. We do a couple episodes here and there. It's just splitting the time between all these different things.
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm actually sitting on 2 episodes right now that I need to get out.
Not very familiar.
Yeah. But kind of been changing around our production team and everything. So
Got you, man. You need help with that.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to you about that.
Yeah, we'll talk.
This setup is a lot better than mine. I'll tell you that. I can't get the lighting right,
bro.
This
is the first time we have, so I feel your pain.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, be sure to check out Talking Tipsee.
Talking Tipsee.
I love that. That's a great brand.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Michael Waltrip Beer and
No
Four
way.
Branches Bourbon. So yeah,
dude,
we're always talking Tipsee there.
Yeah, that's
great.
sick. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Well, man, I appreciate you coming out and connecting. We're anything from Spread the Positive we can do to help. This is right in line with everything we're about. So just obviously putting people first, bringing people together, providing a great experience. Definitely a whole lot of alignment there. So
Yeah.
hope to keep the combo going and see where it goes, man. I'm super excited for you.
Me too.
Well, we'll wrap this one up. Actually, go ahead and plug one more time your personal and Tipsee, where people can find you.
So you can find me at Dallas Nashville on Instagram. I believe it's the same on LinkedIn, all that stuff. And
Dallas Nashville.
Just at Dallas Nashville.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. You got this branding thing down, dude.
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
That's fire.
And then Tipsee Music at Tipsee Music, and Talking Tipsee is the podcast. And then the Tough Draw Tour, which was just announced yesterday, March 15th.
Man, good timing.
Which actually was my birthday. So I'm 35
oh, man,
today.
Happy birthday, bro. It's today?
Well,
yesterday.
My first day being 35.
Man, happy birthday. That's amazing. That's how you wrap up a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all for listening. Be sure to check out spreadthepositive.net. New website, new booking systems, new offers with podcasting and advertising. Got the new space here on the square. Really trying to ramp up. the STP pod again. It kind of got put on the back burner, getting 15 or 20 shows out a week. So happy to be back in the host seat, and this was a great way to kind of break the ice, man. So I appreciate you coming out. And,
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We'll see y'all in the next one. Be sure to check out Dallas Jackson and all things Tipsee, tough draw, all the things, man. Super excited for you.
Y'all stay tipsy.
Stay tipsy. Let's go.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Spread the Positive podcast. For more information about all the things we got going here at Spread the Positive, please check us out, spreadthepositive.net. Get involved with our underwriting, advertising, sponsorship program, start a podcast, or if you just want to support the mission, reach out on spreadthepositive.net or any of our social media handles at Spread the Positive. Look forward to connecting with y'all and giving y'all another fire episode on the next one. Thank you, and we will see you then. Let's go.